Thought you were leaving.
Oh, I thought so too.
It seemed like you pretty much thought you were not coming back here, coming down the stretch. How surprising, how relieved, how happy were you that it turned out this way?
Yeah, so I had a lot of uncertainty going into free agency. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to be back or not. But I definitely wanted to come back, and I'm glad it worked out this way because it's a great situation here, and I love being here.
For you, what makes it a great situation?
Just the overall team, you know, the talent that we have on the team, the coaches that we have. I love the calf. You know, it's always great food in the calf. I'm a foodie. Training room staff, great training room staff, equipment staff, all across the board, you know.
Some of the coaches have changed. James, Sean, new coordinator, DK gets promoted. How do you feel with those two guys sort of leading the way for you?
Well, I got to start off with our DC, Coach Desai. Seems like a real smart guy. I feel like I'm a smart football player, so I love being around smart coaches that can kind of help us put us in position to make plays. And then DK, I'm familiar with DK from last year. Of course, he's an assistant DB coach for us, and I feel like he did a good job in that role. And I definitely feel like it was time for him to have a promotion, so I'm glad that he's got a promotion. And I look forward to, playing alongside him this year.
What were your impressions when Denard left?
My impressions was, you never know how this NFL game is going to work as far as players and coaches. So I was a little surprised when he left, but I do understand it's a business at the end of the day. And I don't know the communication side on their end, but I was a little sad that he left.
JB, you've mentioned some vets before that you looked up to coming in the league, and now you're placed to play that role for Keeley, and they got Greedy. How do you feel kind of approaching that this season?
I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to, of course, like I've been a vet for a few years now, so I always look forward to the young guys that's coming in, seeing where their skill set is at, and however I can help them. I know everyone's a little different, and I'm here to help.
Well, those are you guys specifically, Greedy and Keeley, what are your kind of early impressions on them?
They're both really big corners. I'm a big corner, but they're big corners as well. They definitely got size, and I know both of them can run. So I'm really looking forward to watching them go out there and open up as we go into 7-on-7 and stuff.
Have you set any new goals for yourself? I mean, you had a good year last year, pros and everything else like that. What goals have you set for yourself coming into the season?
I'm just trying to have a good season like I did last year. I always look at interceptions. I had 3 last year, 1 in the postseason. So, of course, I always want to add to that total. But anything outside of that, I just want to, play well and accomplish my assignment for the week.
How big is it for you to be able to run it back with Slay and not go somewhere new and new coaching staff, new teammates, new scheme, all that?
It's pretty cool. Just being on the same team again and being able to run it back at a possibility to win it all. Being with Slay, a guy that I've looked up to since I got into this league. Meyer also coming back to play with Reed. I'm pretty fond of Reed. He's a good guy. Me and him have a good rapport. Job, a lot of the guys in the DB room, we have some great guys. So I was looking forward to coming back and playing with all those guys in the room.
After you signed, there was some uncertainty with Slay. Were you talking to him during that period, or either way, were you kind of following that situation?
Yeah, I was definitely following the situation and talking to him a little bit. That's the business side of it. I know it was an opportunity for him to go on and play somewhere else, and I respected it. He's a good player, and he's done enough in this league to make his own decisions based on whatever he has going on in his mind. But I'm glad he came back.
James, you mentioned the possibility of getting a chance to get back there and get over the hump. As you've been around the team now, any carryover from Super Bowl, hangover from being in that game, playing that long, or guys seem as motivated as you would expect them to be at this point of the offseason?
Yeah, it's pretty early in the offseason to kind of tell all that because, of course, anytime during any of my years in the league during the offseason, you have guys that's coming off of injuries from the previous year, guys that they have certain injuries, but they didn't necessarily have to get like a surgery or anything. So their body is still recovering. Still, like you said, we're still in the early process of the offseason. So I'm just looking forward to seeing guys, us get back in shape, and start running around, moving fast.
Your first
Juju Smith-Schuster has been pretty vocal since the end of the season, talking about the Super Bowl. Curious what you think of that. Does it give you any extra motivation for the Week 1
I'm assuming you're talking about the other postcard, right? Oh, yeah. We're going to see when that game comes, how I feel. But right now, I'm not even thinking about it, to be honest with you. Hey, we lost, so postcard was really just, I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it.
What were your first impressions of Sean Desai in terms of personality and then what you saw him talk about schematically?
He just seemed like a smart guy. He was able to teach the guys, what all, like our philosophy and whatnot. It's a lot of verbiage and stuff that's being changed around, so I'm having to learn that. But that comes along with being under a smart guy. He's going to have a good scheme that's flexible and allows his guys, think and also make plays when you have smart players.
When you look at last season, James, you mentioned second-team All-Pro. Did you consider it your best season because you've had good seasons in the past? How did you sort of rate the way you played?
I think I played very well last year. And, of course, we had a great team overall, had a great offense, had a great D-line. So they definitely played a part in my season because it's a team at the end of the day. But I wouldn't say it's my best season overall. I feel like my fourth year in Carolina was kind of like when I felt like my best and when I was playing really well. But as far as accolades, I mean, you got to put it up there because I did get second-team All-Pro.
James, not to continue to bring up the postcard, but there's been a lot of chatter about you guys just in general this offseason, right? The Niners can't seem to keep you guys out of their mouth. And it's just a different set of mentality from that dog mentality, that underdog type of feel that you guys had last year to coming in. And everybody's talking about you guys being the target. How does that affect your mentality, as you approach getting ready for this season?
So right now it doesn't really affect my mentality. Because at the end of the day, no matter what teams or other guys might say outside of our team, we're going to have to line it up and play whenever that day comes. So no matter what you say, whether it's true or false, you got to end up going out there and repeating, and you got to prove it again. So all that stuff is in the past. I'm worried about having a fun off season, and when that game comes, whoever we play, I'm going to be ready for it.
You talked about the verbiage changing completely, but there's been talk that the schemes that Desai has worked in before and utilized before are similar to the one you previously had. How much of that will carry over and how much is new?
So as far as we've learned thus far, it's kind of similar. Certain things change in certain coverages, but of course, like when they install man and stuff, man is man. But as far as like the zones and stuff, we might play some things a little differently.
How did you cope after the Super Bowl?
I was just around my family and whatnot, so they definitely helped me get my mind off of the game. And I'm the kind of guy you got to put it behind you. It happened, and I'm looking forward to putting better for him out there next year.
That's one. Do you take pride in being accountable because you were after the Super Bowl? Very straightforward. A lot of fans were upset, but you were very honest and said, I probably held him, but you wish it wasn't called. Do you take pride in being that accountable as a player?
I would say I definitely take pride in that. I think being accountable, it helps you as a player, helps you as a teammate, even helps you off the field, So I try to keep accountability as one of my characteristics in my tool belt. I'm gonna try not to lose that as I grow older and whatnot.